Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back into the Card Closet for another episode. Today I'm going to try something different. I'm going to feature a set that I've had either completed for a while or did not do a Joy of a Completed Set episode about it. And I actually got a request to show the 1976 Topps football set from TJ Mack. Shout out to TJ Mack. And I'll show this set, and if it turns out to be of interest to other people, I can show other sets as well. So 1976 Topps football. It's a 528 card set. The key rookies in the set are Walter Payton, Jack Lambert, Randy White, and Ed Too Tall Jones. They're also the four most valuable cards in the set. Fifth most valuable card in the set is the Lynn Swann card. So let's take a look here. Starts off with playoff cards, which I like those 70s and 80s Topps cards that did the playoff cards and the record breaker cards. I put them at the beginning. I like to sort my sets by team rather than by number on the back of the card so that they're organized. So we start off here, Baltimore. They were the Baltimore Colts back then. John Dutton here is from South Dakota. Some Hall of Famers here. Joe DeLamielleure of the Bills. And his teammate here, O.J. Simpson. Here's Ahmad Rashad before he was on the Vikings. I always think of him as a Vikings player. You'll find that I wasn't too concerned about checklists being marked. That's never really been something that bothers me. Lyle Alzado. Old Houston Oilers cards. Lenny Dawson. Jan Stenerud from Norway. Here's the Miami Dolphins. A lot of their awesome 70s players are featured in this set. Here's Bob Griese, for example. I think I've mentioned before, Hall of Famer Jim Langer, their center, was a classmate and friend of my dad in college. He's got lots of fun stories about those two going hunting together on weekends, back when you'd keep your shotgun just leaning up in the corner of your dorm room. Here's Jim Plunkett. New York Jets. There are a couple cards in this set that desperately need to be upgraded. Carl Garrett is definitely one of those. Here's an old John Riggins before he was on the Redskins. And here come the Raiders, probably the second best team in the AFC for the second half of the 1970s. We've got George Blando's final Topps card here. Ray Guy, Hall of Famer. Ken Stabler, Jack Tatum, Art Shell. That was a pretty solid team they had there in the 70s on the Raiders. Gene Upshaw. Of course, here's the best team from the 70s. Lots of Hall of Famers here. We got Mel Blount, Terry Bradshaw, Mean Joe Green, L.C. Greenwood, Jack Ham, Franco Harris, Jack Lambert rookie card, some other solid players. Here's that Lynn Swann card. Dan Fouts. I think it's his second year card. Seattle Seahawks. And then these leader cards. I put those between the AFC and the NFC since they feature players from both. Looks like O.J. Simpson led the league in rushing that year and scoring. Chuck Foreman, running back, led the NFC in receiving. Then we get into the NFC. And we've got the Bears here. And the one card in this set that I have graded is Walter Payton. I picked this card up, a few years ago now. I figured that with this set, if I couldn't get the Walter Payton, I probably wouldn't try to complete the set, so I actually got the Walter Payton first. And I bought it in authentic condition. It's got what I like to call the blood stain on it there. It's got a crack in the case right across his cheek. So I got this for $50. GMA graded, that scares away a lot of people too. So there's my Payton rookie. I like it just the way it is. Next up, we've got the Cowboys. The Ed Too Tall Jones rookie that we mentioned earlier. This Harvey Martin rookie is probably one of the top 10 valuable cards in the set as well. Hall of Famer Roger Staubach. Hall of Famer Rayfield Wright. And Randy White rookie. Detroit Lions. So I found this kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever seen it before or since. 3 quarterback cards for the same team. You just don't see the first, second, and third string quarterbacks getting a card in the same set. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Green Bay Packers. A few of these names are still, carry over from their Super Bowl runs a few years prior to this. John Hadle, winding down his career here on the Packers. Back when they were the Los Angeles Rams. Ron Jaworski, Jaws. You younger people probably know him from ESPN. We've got Jack Snow here. Looks like he's fresh off the set of The Spinal Tap. Then we've got a lot of Viking players here. Carl Eller was good. Chuck Foreman. Paul Krause. Jim Marshall. All Rise. Alan Page, the real judge. Fran Tarkenton, I always liked him. Mick Tingelhoff, he goes all the way back to day one of the Vikings, I believe. So I like him as well. Ed White, Ron Yeri were good players. Archie Manning. I hear his grandson Arch is graduates in 2 years, so it'll be interesting to see what he decides to do. He's supposed to be a really hot quarterback prospect like his uncles and his grandpa. New York Giants, Larry Zonka went to the Giants after the Dolphins. Here's another card I need to upgrade. Roman Gabriel here towards the end of his career. They had a lot more cards back then of position players like guards and tackles and centers. You don't see that so much anymore. But of course they're not, doing 528 card sets these days, and if they're close to that number, a good percentage of them are rookie cards. Here's Dan Deerdorf from Monday Night Football. '49ers here. Quarterback Steve Spurrier. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A new team at that time. And we finish it off with Washington. I think Chris Hanburger just a couple of years ago, got into the Hall of Fame with the Veterans Committee. He looks like he came off the Spinal Tap movie set as well. Roy Jefferson, who earlier had some pretty good years with the Steelers. Joe Theismann, can't forget Joe. He ended up having a great career. So that's the 1976 Topps football set. I hope you enjoyed that. I will do more of these set spotlights if anybody is interested. Pretty much, if you want to see any sport, well, I should say baseball, basketball, or football from 1970 up to the current, name a sport, name a set or a year, and I can show that set for you if you want. But this is the kickoff of a new series possibly. So let me know what you think of the 76 Topps football set. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Have a great week ahead. Talk to you later. Bye.